塞尔维亚是位于欧洲东南部巴尔干半岛中部的内陆国。数世纪以来，塞尔维亚一直就是连接东西方的纽带和桥梁。这里地处东方与西方交汇处，不同的文明、文化、宗教、气候和地貌都在此交融交汇，战略地位十分重要。也因此，塞尔维亚千百年来一直饱受战乱之苦。那么，这个拥有悠久历史的古国到底有着怎样的独特魅力？塞尔维亚与中国的渊源又是从何时开始？本期节目，我们走进古老的塞尔维亚，去听听中国与塞尔维亚的故事，见证塞尔维亚的快速崛起，感受经济繁荣时代下的战略对决与合作共赢魅力。塞尔维亚位于巴尔干半岛中北部，是欧洲古老的国家，在罗马时期就处于核心位置。罗马文化和文明的空间链接属于塞尔维亚。数世纪以来，塞尔维亚一直是联系西方的纽带和桥梁。塞尔维亚丰富多样的饮食文化同这里的人文地理一脉相承，几个世纪的民族混杂进一步加深了这一特性。塞尔维亚的历史是混乱动荡的，因受战乱和制裁影响，塞尔维亚的经济长期处于低迷不振。近年来，随着外部环境的改善和各项经济改革的推进，进入了快速发展阶段。现在，塞尔维亚是中国在中东欧地区稳定可靠的合作对象，也是中国产品进入欧洲市场的门户之一，更是中国值得信赖的伙伴。
Serbia is among the oldest countries in Europe. It is one of the first European states that are considered as the legal states since it was first among the ones to introduce the law code called Dusan's Code. Enacted by Tsar Dusan, it is considered the earliest constitution of Serbia. The history of Serbia is filled with ups and downs, and it is often target of powers in that different historical times ruled Europe or other parts of the world. The position of Serbia is such that the space it occupies today used to be the heart of the Roman Empire, the Eastern Roman Empire and partially Western Roman Empire. I realize that it is little known in world history, but there are also 17 of 18 Roman emperors were born in the territory of Serbia. In other words, Roman culture and a great deal of Roman civilization are very much linked to that space that now belongs to Serbia nowadays. You have asked a very interesting question that partially contains the answer. Serbia lies in the heart of Europe, and all paths that are passing from the east to the west, as well as from the north to the south, and vice versa, are actually crossing Serbia. Geostrategic relevance of Serbia and later its geopolitical position has determined its status through history. On one hand, it was the reason that Serbia attracted many conquerors. On the other hand, it enjoyed benefits. In fact, it has always been an object of interest of great powers as it is now. Today, thanks to China, which by its international politics of understanding showed to many states, among those Serbia, and if I could say, has a special place. The position of Serbia has improved at some extent. This is because its cooperation with China by a great deal directs its political and even more economic prospects. Understanding that the People's Republic of China shows to Serbia relates to different levels of social, political, and economic life. China is our trusted friend, and it has always been at our side in the time of crisis to act as a protector of our interests by respecting the principles of international law and international standards of conduct. China has shown understanding for us in the Kosovo issue that we still have to deal with today. That was especially the case of status of Kosovo joining UNESCO, which is considered illegal. That time, China acted as a protector of international law and at the same time the protector of Serbian interests. Several friendly countries, among those the most important are China and Russia, stopped self-declared Republic of Kosovo from entering international organization, from which UNESCO's membership matters the most.
塞尔维亚在中国的帮助下加快了脱离危机的速度。塞尔维亚希望与中国在各领域保持最好的双边关系，两国之间的合作涉及经济、贸易、文化、体育等等领域。塞尔维亚处在欧洲的中心，连接着西方与东方、北部与南部。 战略地缘政治地位实际上决定了塞尔维亚混乱动荡的历史状态。在中国的帮助和支持下，塞尔维亚的国际地位提升了许多。塞尔维亚充分发挥其地缘优势，扩大了两国贸易往来的布局，并覆盖到了整个欧洲。塞尔维亚将坚信不疑地与中国进行友好的合作，为实现两国的互惠共赢迈出更加坚实的一步。
On one of these occasions, our two countries established comprehensive strategic partnership, and Serbia is among the first countries in Europe that has this kind of agreement with the People's Republic of China. This agreement is a source of comprehensive possibilities for the advancement of cooperation, deepening ties in different fields such as economy, trade, technology, culture, sports, etc., under the good intentions from both sides. In the world media, it often mentions the Principality of China, which could have maybe drawn certain criticism, but it is the policy of respecting the principle that China follows is what actually makes China so great. Not only its size and population, but foremost the respect of international law and rules, international conduct, respectively, is what makes China a genuine power. Russia also does the same. China knows very well the issues that Serbia faces. On another side, we have agreements that we abide to, and during the conversation that was held between our two presidents and recently our two foreign ministers, our friendship is now described as an iron one, and that is certainly true. And I could not tell if there was a relationship that could extend beyond this kind of friendship that we have. Speaking of economic cooperation, China is very present in the Serbian market. Many Chinese companies are engaged in major projects in Serbia, and we are very satisfied with the quality of results achieved by Chinese companies. Our wish is to continue this cooperation in the same spirit of results achievements. There are several major projects that are awaiting Serbia, and, if you can believe, when it comes to deciding the prospective cooperation partner, we always think of China first. Additionally, our cooperation is developing, deepening, and expanding also in the framework of 16+1 mechanism within Serbia has one of the most prominent roles when concerning the economic cooperation with China. And, just to let you know, without good political cooperation, economic cooperation would not be possible. There are many projects that are being planned in Serbia, and they're being planned in the coordination with Chinese companies. We are holding consultations, and I am convinced that very soon we are going to embark on the largest project that China has carried out in Europe. This is a natural continuation of projects in which some Chinese companies are working now in Serbia. It is the Morava Rivers Corridor.
塞尔维亚与中国的合作主要有两种方式，一是通过中塞双边项目加强合作，二是在中国和中东欧16+1合作框架机制下合作。两国的友谊深厚，在良好的政治合作支持下，两国的其他合作也取得了巨大成绩。塞尔维亚拥有良好的地理位置，战略合作促进了塞尔维亚经济贸易等多方面的发展，同时也缩短了中国与欧洲的距离，加速了中国与欧洲的贸易往来。从另一个角度来说，16+1合作也是一带一路的自然延续。很多欧洲国家都在关注着一带一路这个全球项目，国与国在一带一路中追求着融合的空间。作为成员之一，塞尔维亚与中国更是在文化、艺术、能源等诸多方面进行合作。正如大使所说，一带一路传递的不仅仅是经济，更是把所有积极的东西一同与他人分享。
In this moment, Serbia is discussing with China on modernization of other railways, building of highways, new energy systems, hydropower, thermal power plants, solar power plants, wind power plants, and many other projects. Nevertheless, the plans we are making and developing in the field of education are not to be neglected. It is with great pleasure that I would like to emphasize that Chinese language is taught in more than 100 schools in Serbia, and that was unimaginable 10 years ago. For a small country such as Serbia, this is really a remarkable number. That speaks volume about the popularity of China in Serbia, as well as the level of interest that Serbian citizens show for China. The same with tourism, touristic exchange. I know a great number of Chinese tourists would like to visit Serbia besides other European countries, as well as many of our citizens would like to see and learn about China. You start loving China when you arrive here. It is the same with every country. You start loving it once you get to know it. People that way show respect to each other, get familiar with culture, civilization, language, music, movies, etc. And that is how the friendship and goodwill are spread among people. So the concept of Belt and Road is not purely economic itself. It does not solely relate to the trade or capital injection. It is also about spreading the cultural influences, learning about new cultures, new customs, spreading positive ideas, something that is the best and most beautiful that people are carrying within themselves. And that makes this concept a global planetary one. I am very happy that this concept has come into existence. And all of this based on the agreements reached in Riga at the last summit 16+1, during which was agreed on to connect railways and motorways with water corridors, with river and seaports respectively, that we want to develop. With regard to earlier mentioned very good geographical position in Serbia, Macedonia, and Greece, there is a natural corridor, Pan-European Corridor 10, where through the system of rivers Morava and Vardar could have access to the Aegean Sea. Therefore, China could get closer to Europe, shortening the distance of water paths between China and Europe for around 2,000 kilometers. We have been discussing this project in past few years, and I expect it's going to be a key topic during the upcoming visit of President Tomislav Nikolic to China planned for March 2017. I expect in March with great optimism, during which we will reach a more detailed deal on this project. That could become the biggest Chinese project in Europe, or concession depending on the agreement of participating countries in this project. That could also be a natural continuation of the Belt and Road project. To put simply, there could be a natural continuation of something that has been waiting to be completed. Because that way, Serbia, Greece, Macedonia, and other countries of Central and Eastern Europe could be mutually connected and could also have access to the banks of the North Sea, to the rivers Danube, Rhine, and Main. This project is a 100-year-old dream of Serbian generations that now live in Macedonia or in Greece.
塞尔维亚早在6世纪时就与丝绸之路有了联系。随着时代的发展潮流，塞尔维亚已经做好长期与中国合作发展的准备。两国的合作除了自然资源，也有文化和教育方面的交集。塞尔维亚是一个拥有独特历史、文化、自然、种族反差的地方。这里和中国的关系是许多国家渴望拥有的。目前，塞尔维亚和中国在各领域合作处于历史最好时期，两国建立战略伙伴关系，并始终珍视彼此的友谊，在对方关心的重大问题上相互理解和支持，各领域合作不断扩大。在未来的道路上，两国也将进一步加深人民之间的相互理解和交流。
There is no country in Europe that does not pay attention to the global project Belt and Road. Surely should keep in mind that the greatest interest and institutional structure that allow realization of projects Belt and Road in faster and more efficient ways exist within Mechanism 16+1. On top of that, additional reason is that Mechanism 16+1 nurtures a consensus. Actually, it functions on principles of consensus. Almost all of the countries in this mechanism, among whose 11 are EU member states, equally view Chinese initiatives connecting them to development goals of their national economies. China has shown much interest and understanding and respect, and if I could also say justice, by treating the requests of all participating states on equal footing. Chinese culture, results of China in the fields of science, economy, technology, education, along with the political approach of spreading cosmopolitan idea of nurturing peace and harmony among the peoples of the world, created a series of positive shifts. Although we all live in a world that is struck by political turbulence and serious economic crisis, it seems that all of these are less felt in China thanks to its strength. reforms that it successfully carried out and still carries on today. China is nowadays a major factor of global economic growth, political stability, a promoter of peace, which brings cultural, scientific, technological, educational influences to the whole world. Serbia has good relations in China and, more importantly, a legal successor of the Federal Socialist Republic of Yugoslavia, which has been among the first countries in Europe that recognized the People's Republic of China, establishing diplomatic relations over 65 years ago. Thanks to such good relations between our two countries, Serbia is now overcoming slow growth that was caused by severe NATO bombing in 1999. After that, Serbia has been even more intensely turned to its traditional friends, forging much stronger communication, political, and economic ties, thanks to which it is recovering from the crisis faster than it would be it the case if it hadn't friends among whose China is at the top. It is our intent to continue our cooperation with China. It is with pleasure that I would like to emphasize that over time we live now is the best time and the most intensive political relations of our two countries ever. The same applies to our economic relations that are the best during the past 65 years since we established a diplomatic relationship. We want to continue this trend and to intensify it even more. The fact that points that this is in the last 2 years, there have been 6 meetings on the highest level, 3 times between our 2 presidents and 3 times between our 2 prime ministers. Belt and Road concept itself is created with an aim to prevent misunderstanding between peoples and create more favorable conditions for cooperations in all aspects of life. If it has resisted the challenges through many centuries, I do not see any reason in the 21st century that could impose a challenge to the existence of this concept. I could call it the holy concept. We were witness to the turbulent times that are behind us, and that does not mean that the days to come will not be turbulent. But we all want peace and well-being to prevail in the world. We want to see people respect and help each other regardless of their confession, nationality, or skin color. If there is a concept that can unite the whole world, I believe it is the concept of Belt and Road, because it comprises not only economic, trade, material benefits, and progress, but also conveys an inspiring message of peace of mankind as the greatest values that a man carries out and nurtures within himself. And I believe that it's going to last and sustain. The 21st century is the time that witnesses the positive examples of the idea of Belt and Road and its popularization in the world. It is not going to be stopped in Asia, including Eastern, Central Asia, or Southwestern Asia, nor is it going to be stopped in Europe, but will be extended also upon America, Africa, and mankind as a whole. I do not see anything better than this concept today. The only question is the capabilities of certain countries, their readiness and possibilities to recognize their own interests within the concept in a proper way and to further develop them. The more countries that get familiar with the concept, the more participants that get involved in the realization of the concept, the better it will be for mankind. And I think that we should leave bad experiences behind us. Through the generations, we are all witnesses to the wars that happened, and they still are. But if the people devoted themselves to only the human aspects of this concept, there would not be any wars. Also, if they devoted the realization of economic and trade cooperation, the wars would stop. In the same manner, if they devoted the cultural aspects of this concept, there would be no wars. Hence, the truth is that the Belt and Road concept, no matter how old it is, will last and develop as long as mankind exists.
巴切维奇大使认为，“一带一路”倡议的核心理念就是缓和人与人之间的误解，为更好的生活创造条件。塞尔维亚最动荡的时代已经过去，但要想在世界上和平发展，互相帮助是解决问题的有效途径。“一带一路”倡议应该广泛传播并长久继续下去，帮助人们更多了解彼此。塞尔维亚欢迎中国企业和投资者，并相信与中国合作对塞尔维亚而言具有重要战略意义。塞尔维亚已经做好了对接“一带一路”倡议的准备。在“一带一路”建设推动下，两国贸易合作拥有巨大潜力。 中国与塞尔维亚将在“一带一路”建设中赢得新的重要发展机遇，造福两国人民，在更多的领域取得更大成绩。